The South has many heroes. Some call Johnny Mack Brown one of those heroes due to a football game he played for the University of Alabama in the Rose Bowl back 100 years ago in 1926. He also became a movie star, representing the state of Alabama well in both endeavors. Johnny was born to Ed and Mattie Brown on September the 1st, 1904 in Dothan, Alabama. He became well known in Dothan as the Dothan Antelope playing high school football. Both he and his four brothers excelled at football in high school, and they all ended up being recruited by the University of Alabama to play football. Yes, all five of them. Johnny grew to be 6 foot 1 inches tall and was a stout force to be reckoned with. Back in the football season of 1925, the University of Alabama was invited to play in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. This was the first invitation to the Rose Bowl, or any bowl game for that matter, that a football team from the South had ever received. Back in 1914, Auburn, known then as Alabama Polytechnic Institute, had worked hard and enjoyed an undefeated season that year. However, unfortunately, they were not invited to the Rose Bowl, much less any other bowl game. You see, back during those years, the South was suffering from the stigma carried over from the Reconstruction years after the Civil War. Many was under the wrong impression that Southerners, in general, were less intelligent and uncivilized. So in many arenas, the South was overlooked. This was the case for Auburn back in 1914. However, by 1925, things had changed a little bit, and the University of Alabama was invited after their stellar season. Many laughed at the University of Alabama being invited. The famous coach, Pop Warner, told the press in an interview that Bama was too light to stop that big Washington team. By all accounts, it seemed that many were right in their criticisms of Bama. However, Bama would have the last laugh when it came to the end. Coach Wallace Wade, who led Bama, knew that the reputation of the university and the state were on the line with this game due to the feelings toward the South at the time. Coach Wade and his team came to play. They worked hard and practiced hard, giving up holiday time with their families to practice and then endure the long journey by train to California. On New Year's Day in 1926, at halftime the score was 12-0, with the Huskies leading. In the third quarter, Bama turned up the heat and scored 3 rapid succession touchdowns. One was scored by Allison Pooley Hubert and 2 by Johnny himself. After those touchdowns, the Huskies didn't give up and was giving Bama a run for their money. The Huskies scored again, bringing the score to 20-19 with Bama still in the lead. When the clock started counting down the final seconds of the game, the ambitious Huskies attempted to score again. But Johnny made a tackle, which by all accounts was spectacular, and Bama won the game. After Bama's victory that year, 100 years ago in the Rose Bowl, Johnny became a hero, not just back here at home in Alabama, but all over the country. He was featured on boxes of Wheaties, and his face was plastered all over newspapers everywhere. He was offered a contract with MGM and signed with a studio. He appeared in Our Dancing Daughters with Joan Crawford in 1927. He co-starred with stars such as Norma Shearer, Mae West, Mary Pickford, and Greta Garbo. He starred in 1930's Billy the Kid, which solidified his stardom with MGM. He found himself becoming friends with Spencer Tracy, who he frequently played polo with, as well as Clark Gable, who he duck hunted with often. Johnny married Cornelia Foster, known as Connie, and they had 4 children. They made their home in Beverly Hills in a flashy mansion complete with a cement pond. Johnny passed away in 1974 at the age of 70 and is buried in Glendale, California's Forest Lawn Cemetery.